Despite all that has happened this year, 2020 has been an excellent year for anime lovers so far. From the much-awaited releases like Tower of God and Somali and the Forest Spirit to big returns like Agretsuko and Kagayusama Love is War. The 2020 lineup was packed with some really sizzling anime, and the 2021 lineup looks even more loaded. Aside from the return of old classics like Shaman King and new seasons of other highly rated animes like Bleach and My Hero Academia, we are expecting a whole new batch of some mind-blowing content next year. In this video, we will be showing you the top 10 to look out for and why. Without wasting any more time, allow us to show you the top 10 most anticipated new anime of 2021. Number 10. Mashiro no Oto.
Chicha. Ore, umaku hikeru be ga.
There aren't so many music-themed animes, and most of them aren't that good either, which is what makes this one even more special. In August 2020, the trailer for this anime was released with just about enough to tease the viewers and send the anime world rippling with excitement. Based on a manga series written by Marimo Ragawa, it follows the life of a teenager named Setsu Sawamura and his love for the shamisen, a traditional music instrument. Raised by his grandfather, who was one of the greatest shamisen players, Setsu learned to play and love the shamisen. After his grandfather's death, Setsu dropped out of high school and moved to Tokyo to put his talent to use and conquer the world. He had a lot of opposition, including his mother, who wanted him to go back to school. Did he go back to school? Did he eventually make a name for himself? Did he get any support at all? All these and more will be answered in April 2021. Number 9. Tokyo Revengers. The drama is fine and all, but there is nothing as thrilling as live-action anime. The adrenaline rush this kind of anime induces is just blissful. This captivating anime is an adaptation of a manga series that is focused on the life of Takemichi Hanagaki, a 26-year-old man whose life was plain miserable. He was jobless. He lived in a crappy apartment with no money and absolutely had no purpose in life. One day, he found out that an old friend, Hinata Tachibana, and her younger brother, Naoto Tachibana, has been murdered by the deadly Tokyo Manjikai gang. Only that Hinata wasn't just an old friend. She was his first love during his middle school days. Now, this is where it gets interesting. The next day, as a result of a freak accident, he went back 10 years in time and made it his sole mission to prevent Hinata's death. Working with Naoto, Takemichi plans to either subdue the gang and take over its leadership, or destroy it entirely. Either way, Hinata's life is saved. But changing the events of the past creates a ripple effect, and now the plot thickens. But you would have to wait till next year to find out what happens next. Number 8. Dr. Ramune, Mysterious Disease Specialist.
症状を止めるだけじゃ治したことにはならねえ。本当に治したいなら、その原因から取り除く必要がある。俺はその手助けをしてやってるだけだ。
There are a ton of medical anime around, and honestly, I'm beginning to get tired of those. But this is a tad bit different from the rest. The writers of this anime added a certain twist to it that sets it apart from the rest. Keep watching to find out how. Rather than treat the usual ailments doctors face every day, the rather odd Dr. Ramune is more focused on the mysterious illnesses no one can treat. These illnesses, or mystery diseases, as the writers term them, manifest when something strange enters and corrupts the mind. To make matters even worse, the disease manifests in different ways. The main character, Dr. Ramune, has a knack for finding out the root cause and the best solution for each patient's disease. Despite his skill, Dr. Ramune is very uncouth and doesn't even behave like a doctor. He never gets along with anybody, except his apprentice and of course his patients. Not many people like him for his behavior, but his services are quite essential, so they have to learn to live with it. Time travelers and strange diseases? Can 2021 come any sooner? Number 7. To Your Eternity.
それははじめ9だった。ただの9ではない。 ありとあらゆるものの姿を写し取り
The 2021 lineup has something for everyone, and the lovers of mysterious creatures are not left out. It is not unusual for strange beings to come to Earth to learn about humans and human cultures. But what happens when they finally arrive? The anime shows us the life of It, a mysterious immortal creature that was sent to Earth to gather knowledge about its people. It has no identity or emotions, but it can assume the shape of anything around it. So it first took the shape of a sphere, then a rock, moss, and finally the shape of a dying wolf. Revitalizing the body of the wolf, it began to wander the land until it met a boy who was in a very critical state. It helps the boy regain his strength, and they both form a strong bond. It must fight to keep it secret and deal with the demons from the boy's past. This compelling epic drama anime brings you the journey and various experiences of the boy and his wolf. Number 6. Shakunetsu Kabaddi.
その名はカバディ
Sports anime is fast becoming a thing, and personally, I enjoy every single episode I can lay my hands on. But this one promises to be even more captivating than any sports anime you have ever seen. It is focused on the popular Indian contact sport called kabaddi, and the adventures of a high school freshman, Tatsuya Yoigoshi, as he navigates the rather rough waters of kabaddi. He was the former champion of his junior high school soccer team, and would naturally receive an invitation to play with the big boys of the school's kabaddi team. But there is a hitch. He had come to hate sports, and openly mocked the idea of kabaddi, until he witnessed a training session and fell completely in love. Now he must learn the intricacies of the game and prove himself to be a champion of the game. This show is set to air in April next year. Number 5. The Hidden Dungeon Only I Can Enter.
謎に満ちたその場所を人々はこう呼んだ。
I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I see an anime with dungeon in its title, I get excited, because 9 out of 10 times it turns out to be an amazing show. And this one doesn't seem to be any different, from the trailer and resource materials we've seen. It tells the tale of Noir, the son of a minor noble who had nothing to his name except a job offer, for a job he lost even before he had the chance to start. However, he did possess a rare ability, the ability to consult a mighty sage. It was a very powerful skill, so using it usually left him with severe headaches, but that didn't deter him. With the help of the sage, he finds and enters a secret dungeon full of rare magical beasts and great treasures beyond measure. Following the advice of the sage, he defeated the beasts and used these treasures to make himself powerful enough to change his fate. Number 4. Kemono Jihen.
古来よりこの世の影に潜み人に見つからぬよう人と関わり合って生きる存在
Everybody loves a little bit of mystery, and that is exactly why this anime makes this list today. Although it was previously slated to be premiered this year, it was pushed back due to the coronavirus, which means we have been waiting for this particular anime for over a year. The story follows a detective and his mysterious case in the remote village of Inugami, where a series of animal bodies were found. During his mission, he meets and befriends a strange young boy who helps him uncover the secret behind the bodies. But there are more secrets to uncover, and they are not about the animal bodies alone. What makes this even chillier is that you would have to wait till the winter of next year to find out what these secrets are. Number 3. Horimiya.
そうだ堀、他の学校の子に堀のメアドとか聞かれたんだけどどうしよう。教えていい？
堀ってさ、いつも急いで帰る。
Enough of the mystery and strange beasts. Let's see some romance. They say the best romance is the one between two very different people, the type you never saw coming. I have never experienced this, but the main characters in this entry are luckier than me. Horimiya follows the lives of Kyoko Hori and Izumi Miyamura. Kyoko is your typical model student with good grades, good behavior, and a perfect record. She has no time to socialize as she takes her schoolwork very seriously, and is saddled with the responsibility of taking care of her siblings because her parents are always away. Izumi, on the other hand, is a gentle nerd, but with a sprinkle of bad boy vibes. He has 9 piercings and a huge tattoo along his back and shoulder. Somehow their paths cross, and they realize, despite their differences, they are more alike than they ever imagined. This romance would make you melt like chocolate under the midday sun. Number 2. Uzumaki. If you're looking for something to send shivers down your spine next year, this is the anime for the job. This horror series would mess with your mind and make you scared of ordinary circles. It tells the story of Kiri Goshima, her boyfriend Shuichi Saito, and the residents of Kurozu-cho, a small, quiet town that has been placed under a spiral curse. This curse has some horrifying physical and psychological powers and is the cause of several deaths, including Shuichi's parents. Eventually, Kairi gets affected by the cause, and that is when the story gets super interesting. How interesting? Well, I don't know. Let's wait for 2021 to find out. But I must warn you, it is only for the strong-hearted. Can you handle it? Number 1. X-Arm. And finally, the most anticipated new anime of 2021. We saved the best for last. And trust me, this one is going to blow your socks off. This sci-fi series follows the life of Akira Natsumi, who is scared of electrical devices, but is surprisingly good with them. In a bid to get rid of his fears, he gets a girlfriend just like his older brother, but didn't live to enjoy his relationship, as he died in an accident later on. 16 years after his death, a policewoman and her partner find and activates an advanced AI and weapon system called X-Arm, and put it in control of their ship, only to find out that the AI is Akira's brain. Now this is one crazy anime you have to watch. Somehow, I find myself looking forward to X-Arm and the hidden dungeon only I can enter more than the rest. But tell me the one you're looking forward to the most, and remember to leave a like if you have enjoyed the video. We'll be back with some more amazing content, so hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. See you soon.